6:48 right now, time for the morning rush. We are getting a look at the recently released body cam video of the moments that police responded to the shooting at a local movie theater. Video shows an APD officer running towards the Century Rio movie theater. It's where the fatal shooting of Michael Tenorio took place. Meanwhile, outside, officers encountered the injured suspected shooter, 19-year-old Enrique Padilla, believing that he was just a victim. Padilla is now charged with murder.
The former New Mexico State University basketball players that accused their teammates of hazing and sexual assault will soon get a settlement from the university. The lawsuit they filed against their former teammates, the university, and coaches has now been selected for an for an undisclosed amount. The Attorney General is still investigating to see if criminal charges should be pursued.
A New Mexico man will remain behind bars after he pled guilty to beating a 2-year-old boy and sending him to the hospital. Stephen Gallegos pleaded guilty to 3 counts of child abuse. That was for beating his girlfriend's son last year. This is the second time that Gallegos has admitted to hurting a child. He pleaded guilty in a 2011 case to beating his then-girlfriend's 3-year-old son to death. Erica.
And here's a look at our hourly forecast. Temperatures will be climbing from those low 70s at 8 o'clock into the mid-90s this afternoon. We'll be seeing mostly sunny skies through about midday and increasing clouds with some showers and storms this afternoon and evening.
A New Mexico man is recovering after being attacked by dogs while in his own front yard. John Nichols was attacked by a neighbor's dog over the weekend, making it the second dog attack in 2 weeks in Tucumcari. The owner of that dog that attacked Nichols did not get a citation because, according to Animal Control, there have been no prior incidents with the dog.
Bernalillo County Fire Rescue crews, they are preparing for increased river patrols, and they are urging the public to be cautious on the water as the holiday weekend approaches. BCFR says that they have rescued 9 people from the Rio Grande this month. That's not including with the multi-agency rescues they have helped with. Officials say that hazards in the water such as trees, shopping carts, and other debris are a major problem.
A group of powerful state lawmakers met to talk about the future of the Rio Grande, the lower Rio Grande. New Mexico, Texas, and Colorado have reached a proposed settlement which would entitle New Mexico to 57% of the Rio Grande. That settlement agreement still needs approval from the U.S. Supreme Court. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is moderate to high today. We'll see extreme heat across the south, storms with some strong winds possible throughout the state, and high fire danger.
Albuquerque Isotopes fans, they are in store for some new food menu fun for the 4th of July. The menu will feature 4 brand new items, including a barbecue hot dog, pulled chicken with crispy jalapenos, a spicy burger with pig candy, and a mac and cheese topped with sweet and savory barbecue burnt ends. The new dishes will be only available at the Isotopes Park on July the 3rd.
A stinky pest making itself a nuisance in San Juan County. County officials say the elm seed beetle population is currently at its peak and will likely last through July. They are typically harmless to humans, but do give off a foul stench when crushed. To help rid your home of these pests, the county urges you to seal up your windows and doors, clean up fallen debris, and use pyrethroid-based insecticide.
The audio recording of former President Donald Trump discussing secret documents could be key for the prosecution in the federal case against him. CBS News and other media outlets obtained the audio recording. That's where the former president allegedly shared a sensitive Defense Department plan of attack on Iran with a group at his New Jersey golf club. Officials believe that the special counsel in his case will be able to use the recording before a jury. Erica.
Here's a look at traffic maps. They are clear this morning. No accidents or slowdowns. Here's a live look over the Big Eye, and everything's moving at speed. Lots of hot air balloons out there this morning.
An exciting discovery could shed new light on the history of pizza in Italy. A preserved painting on a wall depicts a dish full of food, including what might be a distant cousin of today's pizza. However, the Archaeological Park of Pompeii believes the painting depicts flatbread topped with pesto sauce and various fruits and spices.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, Albuquerque Isotopes fans, they are in store for some new food menu fun for the 4th of July. The menu is going to feature 4 brand new items, including a barbecue hot dog, pulled chicken with crispy jalapenos, a spicy burger with pig candy, and a mac and cheese topped with sweet and savory barbecue burnt ends. Chef Jim Griego says that he wants the Isotopes to be more than just about baseball. The new dishes are only going to be available at Isotopes Park on July the 3rd.
At number 4, Bernalillo County Fire Rescue crews will be increasing their airboat patrols up and down the Rio Grande for the upcoming holiday weekend. They're also urging the public to be cautious on the water. Officials say hazards in the water, such as trees, shopping carts, and other debris, are a major problem. They say if a person is near one of those hazards, they could become stuck and even drown. Officials recommend wearing U.S. Coast Guard rated life jackets when in the water and to avoid using inner tubes.
At number 3, we'll be seeing more showers and thunderstorms possible from around the early afternoon to late this evening.
And number 2, the former New Mexico State University basketball players who accuse their teammates of hazing and sexual assault will soon get a settlement from the university. Former players Deuce Benjamin and Shaq Odunuwu spoke out about the hazing and sexual assault they say they experienced at the hands of fellow players. The lawsuit they filed against those teammates, the university, and coaches has now been settled for an undisclosed amount. Even though the lawsuit is settled, the Attorney General is still investigating to see if criminal charges should be pursued.
And at number 1, newly released body cam video shows the moments that Albuquerque police responded to the shooting at a local movie theater. Video from Sunday night shows an APD officer running towards the Century Rio movie theater near I-25 in Jefferson. Officers found 52-year-old Michael Tenorio shot inside the theater. That's Theater 15. That's where he later died from his injuries. Meanwhile, outside in the parking lot, officers encountered the suspected shooter, 19-year-old Enrique Padilla, believing that he was a victim. It wasn't until after Padilla was taken to UNM Hospital that his story started to fall apart as witnesses came forward. Now he is charged with murder, accused of shooting and killing Tenorio in a dispute over reserved seating. We have more about that story at alwaysonkRQE.com.